Hello, we're going to go through a quick little tutorial of how to use a scale. So here we have a scale, I have it turned on. Now when I tip it up for you to look at it, you're going to see there's units, there's a ZT, which may say TAR on some of your scales, and it's on off. This scale was literally like $8 on Amazon. I have some scales in my store that I like to use, and they are between $8 to $10. Now, using a scale is way easier than it seems. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it from my view, looking at it, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you're on the right the unit that you want to use. Because we are measuring protein, I'm going to show you chicken. I use ounces because I like to use ounces when it comes to meat. Now, if I'm just measuring like blueberries or nuts, I would sometimes use grams, but for the ease of getting used to this, I'm sticking to ounces right now. So I'm gonna make sure that my unit is on ounces, so it is, it's 1 ounces. And then I'm gonna hit this tar button so that it'll set it to 0. Now I need to set it down on the ground so that it will stay at 0. So I'm keeping it at 0. Now I'm putting a plate on top of it. This is gonna be my plate that I'm going to use to measure my food. It's going to measure the plate. So I want to again hit that middle button or the tar button to bring everything back to 0. Now I can measure my food. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 5 to 6 ounces of chicken, because 5 to 6 ounces of chicken is around 25 to 35 grams of protein. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting my chicken on my plate. This is cooked chicken, okay? So I currently have 5 ounces of chicken on my plate. That is what 5 ounces looks like. 5 ounces of chicken. That's a decent amount of chicken. Okay, what if I want to add more to my plate? Like, I'm not just going to eat chicken, and I don't want to have to measure out everything individually. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the tar again. I'm going to bring it back to 0 because I know that this is 5 ounces of chicken. And so I can log that in my FitnessPal. 5 ounces cooked chicken. Now I'm going to add my carbs and my fat. These are mixed nuts. So when I look at the nutritional label, it says that a serving size is 1 ounce, which is about 28 grams or 1/4 a cup. Now, measuring cups are not the most accurate, however, they are the most convenient. You will probably eat either more or less using a measuring cup, usually more. So that's why the scale is king, because it's going to give you the exact measurement that you need. And 1 ounce is a serving size. And because I'm using ounces with my chicken, I'm gonna use ounces with my nuts. So I'm gonna measure out 1 ounce of nuts, and I'm actually gonna put it in this 1/2 cup. So I'm gonna put this here just to show you, for example. So I'm gonna, again, set it back to 0. And now I'm gonna put 1 ounce of nuts in this cup. Boom, hit it right on. Okay, so we have 1 ounce of nuts. This is what 1 ounce of nuts looks like. It's not a lot at all, not at all. And that is 1 serving. And I'm gonna have you guys look at the nutritional label. You see there, you see the fat. Check out the fat, the carbs, and the protein, as well as the serving size. And the serving size is up here. So this is how you're going to go about measuring and weighing your food. We can then bring this back to 0. Let's say I wanted to put some vegetables on my plate. I could then go ahead and put some veggies on my plate, and I could weigh that out in ounces. So I have, I don't know, 1 ounce of vegetables, so on and so on. That's